Now to the calls for action across this country. Texas Senator John Cornyn, who was there in Uvalde while we were there yesterday, now back in Washington tonight. And today he was directed by Republican Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell to now meet with Democrats for a possible bipartisan solution. So tonight, the obvious question, is there actual movement on this, with the vast majority of Americans now wanting something done? ABC's Rachel Scott on the Hill tonight.
Texas Senator John Cornyn returning to Washington from the scene of the tragedy. Senate Republican leader Mitch McConnell encouraging him to meet with Democrats and see if there's a path forward.
I'm not interested in the same old tired talking points. I'm actually interested in what we can do to make the terrible events that occurred in Uvalde less likely in the future.
Today, Cornyn spoke with another senator whose state was touched by tragedy, Democrat Chris Murphy from Connecticut, where 26 people, including 20 children, were gunned down at Sandy Hook Elementary School. How long are you willing to give this in order to reach some type of agreement?
We don't have a lot of time. I mean, there's a sense of urgency in the country. I don't think the American people are going to let us be in conversation for, a month.
Now on the table, background checks for gun stores, gun shows and online sales, and red flag measures allowing courts to temporarily remove guns from people deemed dangerous. Polls show more than 80% of Americans support those policies, but it's far from clear that they can get the 10 Republican votes needed. For some Republicans, any talk of reform involving guns is a non-starter. The majority of Americans support some type of action when it comes to gun reform. Is your party wrong on this? Are you wrong on this?
We need to look at what solutions have worked and haven't worked.
But if the majority of Americans say background checks,
ma'am, I realize you have a point of view. I've been happy to
It's the point of view of the American people, sir. And back in Texas, the state's other senator, questioned by a reporter from Sky News.
Is this the moment to reform gun laws?
It's easy to go to politics.
But it's important. It's at the heart of the issue.
I get that that's where the media likes to go.
No, it's not. It's where many of the people we've talked to here like to go.
The proposals from Democrats and the media, inevitably, when some violent psychopath murders people.
A violent psychopath who's able to get a weapon so easily. 18-year-old with 2 AR-15s.
If you want to stop violent crime, the proposals the Democrats have, none of them would have stopped this.
Well, that's the question now that Democrats and Republicans are now meeting. I understand Senator Cruz is not part of that working group, but Rachel Scott back on the Hill tonight. Rachel, the Senate is now on recess for 10 days. Obviously, no break in the pain for these families and what they're going through in Texas. And these senators tonight pledging to meet, to Zoom, actually, through this break to try to come up with this bipartisan solution?
Exactly, David. Democrats tell me they feel a real sense of urgency. They want to seize on this moment. Republican Senator Susan Collins says a small group of bipartisan senators has now broken down assignments, and they do plan to meet over Zoom over the recess. As for Texas Senator Ted Cruz, well, he is preparing to speak at the NRA convention in Houston tomorrow, and so will Texas Governor Greg Abbott and former President Donald Trump. David?
All right, Rachel Scott, we know you'll stay on this. Rachel, thank you.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.